What do you want in life? Do you want it to be a little more easy, or do you want to continue doing things the hard way? Here's what I learned in my life to make things easy.
What's up, everyone? I'm Michael, and I help people transform their consciousness, their relationships, their behavior, and their reality. Here we go.
The river of life that flows through us. If we imagine a river literally flowing through us, that is the current of life. And if we're like a salmon and we try to swim upstream to reach some magical goal that doesn't really exist other than in the illusionary mind, life's going to seem very hard. So what the world does to us since birth is it sells things to us. So we want to swim upstream. We want to keep swimming upstream to try to reach this particular unattainable goal at times. But if we allow ourselves to just turn around and go with the river, life becomes easy. It almost is like there is a current pushing us where we want to go. And all we need to do is navigate the current, not to run into any rocks or hit the sides of the river, and to just kind of not get picked up by its fishermen either. That's a dangerous part too. So what do I mean by this? I mean, there's some things I learned in my life that have made my life tremendously easier. So I'm going to talk about the one main one. There are billions of people on the planet, and we're all a collective consciousness. We all affect one another way more than really even what we understand now. Science and spirituality is merging, and we're beginning to just tap into this area of life. But what we can do to make life easier in terms of the collective is to learn from each other. To learn from each other's mistakes, to learn from each other's awesome accomplishments, to see what each other has done, and to allow our testimonies to be the taste of our life. And what do I mean by the taste of our life is if somebody else's life, you're like, I don't want any of that, then we can look at their life and see their actions and what they're doing to get to the place that they're at. And we can look at their childhood, we can look at different things once we get to know them and understand what made them the way that they are. So I'm not saying to look at this from a place of judgment, but actually from a place of sincere compassion and love. Because in the state of compassion and love, we are able to understand someone. We are able to understand what is causing the issue in their life or causing a particular action that really brings resistance to us that can mirror some small parts of our own self. So I learned to learn from people. I learned that some of the people in my life that really I just was agitated over and I didn't really like to be around and I didn't like what they were doing, it was a reflection of something inside of myself that I didn't exactly want to look at. And this is because we only feel discord towards someone because it's a reflection of what's going on inside of us. Now, if somebody off the street walks up and punches me in the face randomly, well, yes, that's some rare cases out there that I'm not even going to get into. That's more on like the quantum level of things. But I'm talking more or less, the workplace, the family, the friends, the people that you're around, somebody on the street. If someone comes up to you and does something to you that may rub you the wrong way, remember that we don't know their story and we don't know what their life has been like and we don't know how that they've been treated. For someone to do some of the things that we hear about that we can't even comprehend, instead of me looking at what they did, I look at like, oh my goodness, what in their life brought them to a place where they wanted to do something like that. And this allows me to look at them with a place of compassion and understanding and learning from my own life instead of looking at their action from a place of judgment. So this really set me free. And sometimes I catch myself doing it because I look at people all the time and I'm always trying to dissect and understand and listen to what's going on in the world. But sometimes I catch myself really just like wanting to grind something out of myself because I know it was feeling some sort of discord from something somebody did. And I go, you know what? I'm looking at them from a place of judgment and I'm looking at their action instead of the person. And when I look at the person, I try to understand their life and why that action happened. And also, vice versa, when I see people doing very well in life and they carry an energy that they actually kind of they might carry compassion in their heart, or they might carry some sort of like just overflowing amount of love and giving and prosperity and abundance in their life. I look at them and I'm like, I listen to their words, and I look at how they speak and how they act and how they talk about people. And, you know, one thing I notice above all is people that are happy in life, they just don't complain. So if I'm around people that don't complain, I really take notice, because most of the time you're in the room with somebody for 20 minutes, even one complaint comes out of their mouth, you can get a kind of an idea of where they're coming from. But if I hang around someone for days and days and days and we never had one conversation that involved complaining, I know that's the type of person that I want to learn from. I know that's the type of person that I can have deep conversations with because I'm being heard. So this shift in my mind and my shift in relationship with others really, really, really helped me take life from going up current to turning around and swimming with the current that flows within me. And I can't express to you enough that when you turn around and ask, what does life want from me? And the river flows through you, and all you do is you flow with the current, and you watch the rocks, and you watch the sides of the river, and you see a little bobber. I'm smarter than that dumb bobber. I'm not going to bite that hook with a fake worm on it. I know that's coming from the Matrix. I'm going to get pulled out of there and slaughtered or eaten or burned on a fire. I'm going to get a hole in my lip, and they're going to squeeze me and play with me, and they're going to throw me back in the river, and for the rest of my life, I got a hole in my lip, and now I can't eat right, and I got water all in my face. So that's what I'm talking about. We got to be very aware of the river of life flowing through us and where the current wants to take us. The first step is tapping into the current. The second step is the easy things that I'm talking about, are things that allow the current to flow through me. And watching and observing the world and everyone that I meet and the circumstances that I'm in from a deeper perspective allowed life to give me a sense of ease and grace. And I'm very thankful and I'm so grateful for this place that I'm in and understanding this. Because it's a muscle. It's a muscle inside of our consciousness, per se, that we can unlock and expand and grow with practice. It's just something to think about. Please like, comment, subscribe to my channel. I got a lot more coming on how to make life easy and ride the wave in the river of life. I love you. Namaste, and have a very blessed day.